All right, part 3. Let's continue this thought on masculinity. So yeah, essentially, so this is where things kind of get tricky, is that like, I think society is actually trying to make you less masculine insofar much as like masculinity is kind of seen as like a disease that somehow needs to be cured. I'm like, yo, this is kind of a little bit nonsensical. So for example, I love to eat meat, right? And I'm not saying everyone should eat meat, you know, you want to be a vegan, you know, or a vegetarian or pescatarian, whatever, like be my guest, because it's a free country, everyone's allowed and should be allowed to do as they please. However, you know, it only becomes problematic when people try to tyrannize over you and tell you, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. And so it's really essential that, you know, whatever you identify yourself as, you give yourself the ability to assert your masculinity. And now, taking this to capitalism and consumerism is really interesting. I'm like, why is it that you're allowed to buy a Porsche 911, take the top off, you know, be fucking loud and drive down the freeway or drive down the street, you know, flex off that, or you're allowed to walk around with the Rolex, but I'm like, but you're not allowed to walk off with your shirt off, or you're not allowed to flex your muscles. And so my theory is there's kind of this bias that, I don't know, maybe rich people or high class people or whatever, is that, you know, because you can't buy a good body, right? No matter how rich or poor you are, you can't just, you know, buy a good body. You need to work for it. And even for guys who take testosterone and human growth hormone, whatever, to my understanding, it only gives you like, and this is kind of based on why I watch an Icarus, it might only give you like a 10% boost. So it's substantial, but not like, it's not gonna, you know, you can't just take roids and you become like He-Hulk. You still gotta work hard. So in some ways, the body and the human fitness is kind of the ultimate equalizer. And at the end of the day, what I truly believe in is, I believe in equality. I believe in, you know, open access. I believe that everybody, irregardless of their background or their whatevers, should be allowed free reign to become the greatest version of themselves that they desire. So yeah, just moving forward in life, let's just think more about, you know, define masculinity for yourself. Don't let others superimpose it upon you. Masculinity is not a bad thing. Whenever people say the word, you know, toxic masculinity or something, just like take a pause and just, you know, this is my new thing, right? Like whenever people say things that I don't like, it just has a bad ring in my ears. I just kind of pause and I just like stop. And I say, what do you mean by that? Or what does that mean? And then just kind of give people a chance to explain their thoughts. And then at this point, I'm not even interested in proving people wrong. I'm just kind of curious, like, why people think and feel that way. And then also realizing I don't want people to superimpose their ideas upon me. So if I can understand it, then I could better combat it and hopefully philosophize on it in a more productive and generative way.